Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be diving into how to tune into your body and how to listen to the subtle cues that your body is giving you using modern technology and just modern wellness, and how we can incorporate the ancient traditional Chinese medicine and the modern wellness together so that we're able to listen to our body better before it gets to a point of disease in the body. So stick with me here. This video can be a little triggering in many different ways, and if at any point you feel triggered, please pause the video, log off, go for a walk, do something else, and when you feel like you're ready to digest a little bit more of what I have to say, then come back to this video, okay? So something's happening, you're in pain and you're not able to figure out what is happening. You go to a Western medical doctor to figure out what's happening. They do a bunch of tests to see if they can rule in or rule out something serious, correct? Everything comes back normal and they're like, okay, everything's good. It might just be a little thing, it'll go away, right? But you know yourself that something's up and it might not feel right. And I want you to listen to that intuitive nudge that your body is giving you. But it isn't to a point where a disease has formed yet. It's still in the energetic realms. It's still within a change in lifestyle, a change in a patterning of how you've conditioned your body to handle stress, or how to handle relaxation, how to regulate your nervous system even. With all these different tools applied into your daily lifestyle, a change can be made and you can be pain-free or help kind of reverse whatever dis-ease is starting to form in your body but hasn't formed up to a point of a full-blown disease that can be diagnosed by Western medicine just yet. And this part is almost like preventative medicine for me, also lifestyle medicine, just a better way to get in flow with your body a little bit more. And it's using TCM principles like recognizing the patterns of your body, daily patterns, and getting in tune with those patterns if you don't even know what your patterns are, your body's patterns are, and then using that data that you can use from modern wellness like apps and devices to help navigate what needs to be changed and what needs to be fixed. And it's using these tools to help make adjustments in real time and create daily routines that work in harmony with your unique energy, that allows you and your body to understand each other a little bit more and figure out what part of your lifestyle right now isn't. It's helped you get to this point in life, but what part of it is not going to be helpful from this point on forward to a better, healthier life for you and your body, mind, body, and spirit. I would also like to add that this video is inspired by one of my patients in clinic right now, and by my own personal experiences with this topic, and finding a way. This is one of my favorite quotes of like, you can lead a horse to the drinking well, but you can't make the horse drink the water. And this is one of those topics that holds very true in this age of information era that we live in, where anyone and everyone can literally Google anything and any information that you need to get out of whatever circumstance that you're in, or some remedy, herbal remedies, or it's all on the internet right now. And how to decipher what is actually going to be beneficial for you, and how to research all that and put it into play and know which tool is going to benefit you versus which tool is maybe not as helpful to you right now. That's going to be the key of figuring out if you have a bunch of tools in your tool belt already of how to de-stress your body, how to regulate your nervous system, how to, you have a bunch of tools that have been taught by multiple different people. But sometimes it's just you get into this analysis paralysis because you have so many choices of so many different tools that you feel overwhelmed by what to pick and which one's going to work better, what's better for me in this moment. And or it's just there's so much choice of which tool to pick that you kind of just go into a freeze response in the fight or flight response system in your nervous system. And then you might just end up having like a lazy couch potato night for the entire night and either doom scrolling and then boom, the day's gone and then you got to go to sleep, start your lifestyle and routine all over again without fully giving that release to your body, which is needed. And I can't emphasize enough that when you're using tools in your daily life to kind of help boost your body, start with one area of your life. Start with one tool in that area of life. And do that tool for a solid month before you start playing around and adding more things or subtracting things, because we are creatures of habit and your body is also very used to and addicted to the level of stress that you're under, the level of dysregulation that's happening in your body, and that's led you up to this point in life. Like your body's very used to of the way it's been running and the way that it's had to adapt to the way that you've been living your life up to this point. So it's going to be really hard to break those patterns and to break those habits. So it's very important to pick one tool at a time so you can form that habit and it feels second nature to you, and then start adding other tools or other habits or other lifestyle adjustments so that you don't revert back to what you were doing previously, because that feels more comfortable to your body and your mind. Okay, so now let's kind of dive into why all of this really matters and how TCM and modern wellness can really like bridge the gap to be this more integrative medical medicine thing that can help people more. So TCM isn't just about like herbal remedies and treatments. There's a lot more. There's a holistic philosophy to the way traditional Chinese medicine views medicine, and it's been developed over thousands of years and ties very well into even Ayurvedic medicine in India and in Asian countries. It teaches us the view that the body is this integrated full system where mind, body, and spirit are all interconnected, rather than your heart's just your heart system and it isn't affecting all areas of your body, or like your brain, right? Your nervous system, and how all of these systems come together and play a role onto one another, and it isn't just in the physical but also your emotional body, your spirit body, like all of it, how it all interconnects. And one of the core ideas is the qi, and the vital energy that flows through us, that helps pump blood in our body, that gets blood from point A to point B to give it the body the nutrients that it needs. When our qi is balanced, we experience much more clarity and inner peace and vitality within our bodies and our systems. And then when we add modern wellness into this way of thinking about our body as this whole system, and how your mental health can play into your physical and vice versa, and or your spiritual health, and how if you have faith versus if you don't, how that plays into how our bodies function and don't function. Modern wellness tools just add another layer to this ancient wisdom. So today, wearable things that you can have to track your sleep, apps that monitor your stress levels, and devices that guide us through meditation. YouTube's got a bunch, Apple Watches. All of these tools provide us with tangible data-driven insights into how our body is functioning on a daily basis. So by integrating these tools into with TCM, we can fine-tune your practices of what is working for your body versus what isn't working for your body. And each person's body is going to be different of what's working and what's not. So using the data to decide when to take a restorative break for your body, and using meditation or just closing your eyes and checking in with your body to see, hey, what does my body need right now? Does it need you to go run around and do 50 million other things right now, or be focusing on your to-do list? Or does your body need a nap maybe? Does your body need you to have maybe a couch potato night to kind of just relax and de-stress and just give it physical rest instead of being in this go, go, go mode? You can use this data to see when to push your limits a little bit more. Maybe you've been feeling much more energized lately because you're getting better sleep, and then you want to see how much more you can do throughout that day to push that limit because you have more energy to expend. And when to adjust your diet or your routines to suit your body's current needs at the time. And I love this because when I post med school and post med school, a lot of stress, figuring out what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what type of meditations work for me, what types of meditations don't work for me, depending on the day and the level of stress that I'm at. Just knowing that there's certain days that something's just off, and then being able to pull down or see all the tools that I've learned, that what I can do to try and make myself feel better in a way. Like, do I just need to sit and feel my emotions that day? Maybe that's what's needed. Do I need to go for a walk to clear my head a little? Does my body need a little bit more exercise so I can sleep better at night? Maybe I'm being more mind active with studying, but my body isn't getting the physical activity that it needs for me to have a restful sleep. Vice versa. Like, maybe you have a job that you use a lot of physical labor and you aren't stimulating your mind enough, so by the time you get to bed you are ruminating and you're thinking of what you did like 10 years ago that was super embarrassing before going to, like, when you get to bed, when your head hits your pillow. And that's because you haven't mentally exhausted yourself that day or for that week. So being able to recognize these certain patterns, whether that's your, not to get a little too personal here, but like your bowel movements even, what types of foods are making it better to have a regular bowel movement, what types of foods are making it worse, your water take, how much water are you drinking, does your skin look more hydrated when you're drinking more water, do you feel better when you're drinking more water? Just tuning into these things. Like me, first thing in the morning, I love drinking a warm glass of water now. Maybe throw in some chia seeds to kind of help move my body, nourish my body, signaling that it's the start of the day and to attune my body's natural rhythms. Maybe I know a lot of people love doing protein smoothies in the morning, which is amazing. Lots of good nutrients in there. But instead of having a cold smoothie in the morning, especially in the winter, you can add warm water to that smoothie. You'll have a little bit more of a warm milkshake smoothie type of situation, but just that small shift can align much better to the energetics of your body to bring it back into balance and in harmony. And using those things to kind of see where my body needed a little tweak. Maybe I'm not, maybe I noticed through like my sleep tracking app on my phone that I'm not sleeping well, right? Or my activity's been low. Recognizing these subtle signs that my body sends me, like my shoulders might start hurting if I've been studying all day, but I don't do any physical movement that day, my shoulders are going to hurt the next few days, right? Till I add something that's going to stretch my shoulders out or work my shoulders out, and that will bring that life force, the chi, the energy, the blood flow, circulation back into those muscle groups, because I might be in one position studying for hours on end, right? Like my muscles feel stretched in my upper back while doing that. So am I doing the opposite of like giving them room to breathe and contract by like shortening those muscle bands? Something very simple like that. When I need extra rest or a change in diet or even a mindful pause of just checking in with myself, like would breathing help me right now, or would meditation help? Would talking to a friend be more helpful right now where I just need to vocalize? Would journaling help when I'm in like full rumination mode of spiraling down, like tuning in and using my own judgment of being able to tune in with my body to see what tool I can use to help bring my body back into balance, and or starting with one tool for a month and then seeing how that affects my body. And that's how you bridge the two together. And then you can use all your other apps and tracking things and wearable watches and stuff to see how your body is adjusting to that change that you're trying to make. Okay, so favorite part here of how we can start blending the TCM bit with modern wellness tools while you can truly start tuning in and listening to your body. So here are some practical tips that these are all like food for thought types of things that you can kind of start thinking about and see where in your life you can look at the data to integrate it into your day to see what is going to help you. So you don't need to do all of these, okay? Start with one area because again, we're creatures of habit. So number one, probably one of the most important ones, is that mindful monitoring of your body. You can use wearable or wellness apps to monitor your sleep, your stress levels, your physical activity, and let these insights guide your daily routines. For instance, if your sleep tracker is indicating that you've had restless nights of sleep, maybe you want to explore some TCM techniques like acupuncture or acupressure, or even some herbal teas or something, Tai Chi, Qigong. You adjust your level of activity and all of that to restore that balance, to allow your body to come back to that balanced state. I don't know how else to put it. Another one you can do is tailor your nutrition. I will be dropping a video on how to eat for springtime and what foods that you can incorporate for a better transition into spring season. That's next week or the week after, I can't remember. But tailoring your nutrition. So in TCM, it emphasizes the importance of diet in maintaining your health, and pair this approach with modern nutrition apps, apps that track your food intake, nutritional balance. Experiment with the warm beverages in the morning with a protein smoothie or just warm water, and see how that aligns with your body's signals and with the seasons, and see how that flows, and maybe you feel a little bit better and you feel more energized. Adding some movements and seeing which movement feels more aligned to what your body needs right now. Maybe you need a high intensity workout. Maybe you need a run. Maybe it's something very simple like Tai Chi and Qigong to promote that flow of Qi. They're very slow, deliberate movements that allow your body to move the energy without feeling too exhausted and overwhelmed, or like the post-gym soreness that you get. I love that soreness, but a lot of people find it unbearable. So there's a happy medium. Maybe try some yoga. It doesn't have to be a high intensity flow class. It can be a yin relaxing class, or even a hatha yoga, something that's moves your body and your muscles and is allowing them space to contract or lengthen depending on what part of your body is hurting. And then also, just using your fitness tracker to ensure you're engaging in activities that will not only move your body, but also support your mental clarity and energy balance. And then last but not least, the last tip I can give is listen to your body. This is probably the most important one. I know I said number one was, but this is probably the most. Throughout the day, paying close attention to how you feel, how your body feels, what level of mental clarity you're at. Are you experiencing fatigue? Are you feeling stressed out? And then you can use your Apple Watch or modern tools like that to gather that data. But you can also just, once you create that communication and consistently check-ins with your body, you'll be able to trust your intuition more and more about what your body needs, and then be able to pick out what tool out of your tool belt to use for your body, and adjusting the practices accordingly, whether that means modifying your diet or dedicating more time to meditation so you can have that mental clarity, or scheduling a session with a therapist or a TCM practitioner or an acupuncturist, whatever floats your boat. But this isn't to make you feel disempowered at all in any way, that you're not doing enough. It's a shift of perspective on empowering yourself of, look at all the tools I have, and I have the power and ability to shift my mind frame right now of whatever stress ball or mental capacity you're at, being able to shift it from that to empower yourself to make these changes so that you have more mental clarity, you have more energy, you feel not in pain. This isn't a blaming thing of, hey, do this and this and this and this. It's a way of being like, hey, look at all these other things that you could try and it could make you feel better. And that should feel empowering, of that there are some things that you can control and adjust in your life to get the health outcomes that you're wanting. And it's like having the best of both worlds when you put these two together, a century-old wisdom and just the cutting-edge technology that empowers you to understand your body a little bit better every day. And the combined TCM and modern wellness gives you a little bit more control over your health, which I feel like is the missing thing, because right now everything kind of feels out of our control in the bigger energetic realms of what's happening in the world, but also probably in the microsystems of your community and with food and health and all of that. As we age, our energies are also already declining, so that part kind of feels out of control, but there are things that you can add in that make you feel in power and in control again over your health. And it also lets you embark on a journey of self-awareness, self-discovery, self-love, and allowing these two worlds to work in perfect harmony to help bring balance back into your body. But please, 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 please remember that wellness isn't a one-size-fits-all journey. Everyone's different. It's personal. It's evolving. One thing that you've been doing for a few months might not work in another year or two. So keeping that evolving open mindset and feeling deeply interconnected with your body is very important. By integrating the ancient practices of traditional Chinese medicine holistic approach with modern tools and truly listening to your body, you can create a dynamic lifestyle that adapts to your unique needs and helps you thrive in every aspect of your life. So I just want to check my notes real quick to see if I got everything, which I think I did. If you felt triggered at any point in this video, I'm sorry. But it's meant to be an empowering video to help you have a mindset shift, a different frame of mind on how to approach your health and your body and the goals that you want to attain in that arena. So thank you so much for joining today. If you found this concept as exciting as I do, hit that like button, subscribe, and share in the comments how you plan on adding a little bit more of this ancient wisdom with the modern technology of the world into your wellness journey. Stay balanced, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!